Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day. That is feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Also, shalom to the hopeful elect that is laboring this work. In this labor of love, giving you due diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth and sincerity, and all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, I will stain all my raiment, in which that's a quote by our Lord Yahweh Shai, who these people inwardly call Jesus, in which, there's a misconception that he is to return to the earth with peace, and that misconception is being pushed out by the modern day churches today, in which it is known as a misconception because all throughout the scriptures, the Most High has displayed a distaste for wickedness, and the kingdoms that came before, outside of the nation of Israel, in which, I'll include Israel in that too, because Israel, at one point, we was in rulership, and our people who were in rulership during that time, Israel, after the split with the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, they were still being wicked, all right? And the kingdom was rent out of the hands of Israel because of that, man. And then you had the other nations that were ruling. They had a time to rule, and they had their made up gods and idols that they were worshiping, and they all fell because of that. All right. So, it's no different than today with Babylon, which is known as America in the scriptures. All right. Now, again, the Lord has shown a distaste for this place, America, because guess what? Out of all the kingdoms that were here on the planet Earth, the wickedest of them all is America. Why? Because the things that are being done here in America, all the different kingdoms that came before America holds no candle to what America has done. All right? And the people ask why the Lord's coming back to destroy this wicked kingdom, Babylon, which is known as America. Well, look around you. Everything that's being done here on the soils of America has never been done in any other kingdoms, man. All right. So that's why this place, America, is going to get the sorest of destruction there is, man. This is going to get the brunt force of the wrath of the Lord, man. So that's why when we speak about our Lord coming back to destroy this place, America, that's the truth. And that's why we're being deemed as prophets of doom. All right. We're being labeled as the prophets of doom because that's what we prophesy, man. All right. Because that's exactly what's coming to America. All right. Doom and gloom, destruction, death, chaos. All right, because it's rightfully so that it gets that judgment. All right, because again, this place perpetuates nothing but wickedness, and also as well the captivity of our people, and mind you, a harsh captivity. All right, we didn't come here on cruise ships, to relax here in America. All right, we came here to serve our captivity, in which again, it was the harshest of all captivities. All right, and also as well, this is the captivity this is the last captivity that we went under, or we're under right now, which we all went as a nation. Started with the so-called Negroes, then the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indians, which are the true people of the Lord which are the Israelites. All right, pursuing the prophecy, pursuing to the curses, pursuing to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, but not to stray too far out the topic, man. Which really ties into the Lord coming back to do what He's gonna do, which is destroy this place with a sword of destruction, and He's gonna get down, man. All right, like it says in the title, He's gonna stain all His raiment. All right, and staining all your raiment, He's basically that's a bloodbath, man. Okay, so He's coming back with violence, and He's coming back with fire in His chariots, and that's the day that we're looking for, because when that commences, while everything's being destroyed, that's also our salvation, because not only is He coming back to destroy, but He's also coming back to save. All right, and and that's really perfect balance, man. All right, that the Lord's gonna do that, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the precepts that I have here. This is the book of Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna start at verse. Actually, you know what? It's like I'm gonna start at verse 1. This Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bosra?" All right, and mind you, Bosra is the main capital of Edom, and also is America. America is also the mainstay of Edom. All right, this is the epicenter of his infrastructure. Okay, this is where abominations and filthiness is being pushed out on a wide scale. Okay, back at verse 1 again, it says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bosra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that I that speak in righteousness mighty to save." It says, "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?" Right, so the Lord's going to come back in a glorious fashion, and also in the glorious garments, and He's going to stain His garments, man. All right, because not only is He going to send out the spirits, which are created for vengeance pursuant to Sirach, and His angels, and along with His archangels, right, starting with Michael, but He's also going to get busy too. All right, and rightfully so, man. Like it says in Revelations, and let me see if I can get that real quick. Revelation, the first chapter. It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "Behold, He cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see Him, and they also which pierced Him. And all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of Him, even so, Amen." Let it be so. And that's right. So He's going to come back again in a glorious fashion, and every eye is going to see Him. Okay? And not only that, even they was pierced Him. Okay? The one that had pierced Yahushai when He was on the cross, He's coming back for that guy too. And I can guarantee you through the Spirit that he is a prominent figure in the military. All right. So even him which pierced him, right? Because like I said, Yahushua's got a score to settle. Okay. He's coming back with vengeance. And it says all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Right. And wailing, that's not a pleasant sight, man. That's not a pleasant action. Okay. When you're wailing, man, you're screaming your head off. And that's how the people are gonna be in that day. They're gonna lose it when they see our Lord Yahushua. Like it says in the Wisdom of Solomon, I believe it's the fifth chapter. It says that they shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. All right. And actually, let me see if I can grab that. Yeah, so Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 2. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Right, so when they see this, they're going to be troubled with terrible fear. All right, and they're also going to be standing in amazement and astonishment, because this is strange to these people. What we're speaking about right now is strange towards the inhabitants of Babylon, man. They haven't been told this in their modern day churches about how our Lord's going to return. They've been told that he's going to come back on a white horse and come back with peace and to take everybody up into the heavens, and we're always going to be up there. But not knowing that, really, the scriptures tell you that he's going to come back with chariots and to level this place, man, to completely destroy it off the face of the earth and set his kingdom on the planet Earth. See, there's nothing that they heard before. Okay. Going back to Isaiah chapter 63, start at verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. All right. So the Lord is going to stain all of his garments with the blood of the people, man. All right. And I want to grab another precept real quick. Let me put this on deck for just a second. All right. Yes, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 34. Verse 6, it says, the sword of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai have a sacrifice in Bosworth, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So the Lord has to perform a great sacrifice in Bosworth. All right. Which again, Bosworth is the capital city of Edom, which we're in the capital city of Edom right now, which is America. All right. But when you read about Bosworth in Isaiah, that's speaking about America. Okay. It says, in a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, and we're standing on the land of Idumea. All right. Which is what? America. All right. And all that encompasses it. So when our Lord returns, he's going to do just that. He's going to make that sacrifice. And how's that sacrifice going to be made? By fire. All right. By sword and by fire. Because remember, back in the ancient world, the way that the sacrifices were conducted was by way of fire. So guess what? America's going to be no different. All right. Revelation chapter 14. And this is at verse, I want to get straight to the point. Start at verse 18. It says, and another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire. See, there it is again. And cried with a loud cry to him that had a sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. Right. So this place is ripe for destruction. It's ready. All right. It's only a matter of time before the Lord comes and thrusts in his sickle into reap the vine of the earth. All right. Verse 19. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. Right. Now, remember, we read earlier in Isaiah chapter 63 concerning Edom. All right. Actually, let me go back to it. Right, yep. Isaiah chapter 63, right? Isaiah chapter 63, verse 3, it says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. See? So that's indicative to this one. We're speaking about the vine of the earth, all right, being thrown into the winepress of the wrath of the Most High, which is going to come by the way of Yahushai. It says, and the winepress was trodden without the city. And at verse 20, it says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse brittles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. All right, furlongs. Salakia. So the destruction of Babylon is going to be indicative to being a winepress. And like the scriptures say concerning this winepress, blood came out of that winepress. So the destruction of America is going to be a bloodbath, man. All right. It's going to be administered by the hands of Yahushai. And see, this is us speaking about this is to these Edomites. That's an act of terrorism. Just speaking about Yahushai. All right. And which, that's fine, because guess what? Yahweh Shai is known as the king of terrorists. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, that rule well to this very day. Also, shalom, peace and safety. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's also laboring in this labor of love. Give your diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, we'll say shalom.